Okay, today we're going to learn the halacha of a chosson, how long he's not allowed to work. That's how long goes the simchas chosson v'kala. So when we look in the Gemara in Ksubas, Daf Zayin, there's a little bit something confusing over there to the point that there's a machlokes Rishonim how to understand the Gemara, because it says a few times Lashon Simcha over there, but with that Lashon Simcha there's two Simchas over there. One Simcha refers to the Sheva Brachas, and one Simcha refers to the that's not allowed to work, and it's two different things. Sometimes one could be longer than the other. The Sheva Brachas is more than the Simcha, or vice versa. So here is in Samach Dalet, in Even Ezer, in Torah Shulchan Aruch, they speak about Gabe Malacha, and in Simon Samach Beis they speak about Sheva Brachas. So here's the thing in Samach Dalet. Anoisa Besula. A man that got married to a Basula, Tzorich Lismach Ima Zayin Yomim, and what's the pshat of here? Simcha Shelo Yasa Malacha. So this is one Simcha that mentioned in the Gemara that refers to Inyan Asiyas Malacha, that he's not allowed to go to work. V'lo Noisa V'Noisa Bashuk, Elo Oichel V'Shoisa V'Sameach Ima. Ben Imu Bocher, Ben Imu Alma. So this, as long as she is Basula, doesn't make a difference where he came from, whether it's for him, it's a first marriage, second marriage. You have to be with her 7 days not to go to work. Now, V'imi Be'ula, if she was already married before, so according to this, the inyan of Asiyas Malacha, the restriction of the Chosson, has to do not with him, whether he's a Bocher or for him it's a first marriage, second marriage, has to do with her. If for her it's a first marriage, then you have to stay with her and then Sameach her, not to go to work, pay attention to her for 7 days. And if for her it's a second marriage, then she gets only 3 days. So that's Lagabe. That's Lagabe, as we said, the Simcha that as refers to Asiyas Malacha. We're already in Samach Beis, we're talking about the Sheva Brachas. Over there, the Halacha B'chal is different. Here's the Halacha over there. V'achas Besula v'achas Almano, Mevarech lo Birchas Chasanim Kol Shiva, Kol Shiva Besula v'afil Nisas L'Alman. Over there, as long as one of them is the first marriage, Besula Nisas L'Alman, or Almana Nisa is Lebocher, they have Sheva Brachas. Masha Enken, Legabe Asiyas Malacha, it doesn't have to go to work, it has to do with her. That if she is married before, she get only 7 days, and if it's first marriage, even for him it's the second, you have to stay home 7 days. And the Bach summarizes, I'll explain why. He says like this. We said that if one of them is the first marriage, you say Sheva Brachas. He says, Legabe leSimcha and Din and Shovi. Again, there's two inyanim of Simcha over here. We're going to see. We're going to explain now what the two inyanim. Yeshama the bracha the yibo al ribo simchas liboy shel Chosson. There is a simcha that simchas liboy shel Chosson. He's happy for his marriage. Says for that, ubocher shel anosa adayin. If he's for him it's the first marriage that he was never married. Sameach tfei. So the simcha is great as the first time he's getting married. Ubesula shenizas la alman. And if she's a basula, even though for him it's a second marriage, Nomi Kevan she basula Sameach Tvei is still a simcha, is still great by him, because one of them is fresh chasana for him. Yeah. But Alman should also Almana. If they're both second marriage, then a Sameach Kalkach b'yom echad lebroches sageh. We said already, many people make a mistake over here. If they're both, it's a second marriage, Sheva Brachas only goes 1 day, which is the first Suda. Aval leSimcha v'yemei hamishte. There's a simcha yemei hamishte legabe not to go to work, be happy. The letakona didon is kenu. That's already another takona, another simcha, not simchas lev of the Chosson. The simcha is to be happy and spend time with her, not to go to work. He says the simcha the letakona didon is kenu kudamrin shuktu chachum al takonas bnei Yisrael shesameach imo hilgach besula the tricha pituit fei. He needs to appease her to the new marriage. So he says third is called zayin yomim va'afilu alman. For her, that's the first marriage. You have to spend 7 days to get used to you, to appease her more before you go to the world. Yeah. Aval almona and a tzricha pitui kokach. Begimli me mishte sogele. Uven shu bocher almon tzorich gimel yomim v'lo yoyser. So according to this, the simcha that he's not allowed to go to work, it doesn't make a difference which scenario, who's what. Even they're both second marriage, they have to spend 3 days together. He should not go to work. Yeah. So that's basically the difference. It says in the Gemara, simcha, there's two simcha. There's one simchas levov of the Chosson. That requires Sheva Brachas. That comes for the Chosson. According to the Sheva Brachas, mainly it's for the Chosson. Yeah, they're both getting the Brachas, the Chosson Kala, but mainly it was niskan for the Chosson that he's happy. So it depends on the level of happiness. If they're both a second marriage, so the level of happiness is reduced over there. So they're going to have only one Sheva Brachas, 1 day, one Suda. If one of them is a fresh Chasana, they have 7 days. Masha Enkin Lagabe going to work, it's the difference over here. If she is a basula, she gets 7 days. That's to do with her, nothing to do with what marriage is for him. If she is almana, she gets only 3 days. But it's always she has 3 days. Nevertheless, the simcha shouldn't go to work. It's always no. There is one shita. Like I said, it's all based on the Gemara. How we learn pshat over there. The Darche Moshe brings the Ran. He says, Kosab the Ran. He brings the Ran. The Yesh Cholkin. We say the Bocher Shenoisa almana sameach imam zayin yomim v'chen hagim. Okay. So there comes another shita of the Ran, and again it depends on the pshat of the Gemara how we learn over there. And he says, if a bocher nosa almona, according to the Tur, that's also the shita of the Rambam, many other Rishonim, you only giving her 3 days because she doesn't need more pitui to get a use. She already was married once. So, but the Ran says no, that the bocher nosa almona, they get 7 days. Now la halacha is like this. The Shulchan Aruch writes like this. Hanoisa besula tarich l'smachim azayin yomim. Shelo yasem melachem v'lo yisav yitan b'shuk elo oichel v'shoysav v'sameach imo. Ben imu bocher, ben imu alma. That's if she's besula. So if it's for her first marriage, so you have to spend 7 days with her. Then the Ramo brings in parentheses the Chosson osur basiyas melachem v'osur lotzes yichidi b'shuk. Now what is in Moisif the Ramo on the Shulchan Aruch? The Shulchan Aruch starts the halacha. He said the same thing. So what do you moisav on him? He's not bringing unless it's a chiddush over here. So we see that one of the things is moisav. What he says over here, Chosson osur basiyas melachem. In this case, if she's a besula, that's the first halacha talks about besula. She, even though it's for her, the simcha shouldn't go to work. It's her tikkun for her. You should be happy with her. She cannot moichel it. We're going to see soon why. She cannot moichel it. You can say, go to work, don't worry, I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. She cannot. That's what it says. V'choson osur b'siyas malach. He's adding on the Shulchan Aruch that according to Shulchan Aruch, she can moichel, go to work. No, she cannot moichel it. Then the second halacha he brings anoisa sabuula. Tell l'smachim of gimel yamin ben bocher ben alman. Like I said, she always has 3 days of simcha. She shouldn't go to work. The shomrim the bocher shenosa beula. Sorry, l'smachim of zainam. That's the shita of the Ran. Then comes the Ramon, and in this case he says, when she's already a second marriage, according to this, if it's a second marriage, there's 3 days that you cannot go to work. According to the Ramon, that the woman could moichel, go to work. Maybe we'll have more shalom bayis if we go to work. That she could moichel him. Oh, so the Beis Shmuel he questioned this. He says, because if you're going according to the shita of the Ran, yeah, that's what the Shulchan Aruch brought before. We had the bocher shenosa beula tzarem zayin yomim. That's shita of the Ran. That's not shita of the Rambam or the Tur. So according to the Ran, she cannot moichel it. He says, I'm not going through the whole thing. Why? So it looks like he holds over here the string from both sides of the Ramah. From one hand, he goes, yeah. I don't know the minute today of Maisa what people do, but the Chosson have to spend even with if she, even for her it's a second marriage 7 days. But then she says if for her it's a second marriage she could moichel. That's not the shita of according to Ran. She like what Ramos said originally. V'osur basiyas melacha. So Lamaisa I don't know the meaning of Lamaisa what people do, but all I'm saying is people have to do shailas chacham before such a scenarios because many people make a mistake and make brachas more than they need to. When they bought a second marriage, which is because the son of the Gemara says la simcha shloisha yomim. No, that the simcha so that he cannot go to work. Nothing to do with the sheva brachas. And like I said, the gabe, if in such a scenario that a bocher got married to somebody a second marriage, the gabe if he could go to work for 7 days, it's a machlokes l'maisa l'choyrem. That's what the Maggid Mishnah brings. L'choyrem, he should not go to work because it says how could he come to the sheva brachas after work? People giving you a sheva brachas, giving you brachas of it, happy with you, giving you brachas. How could you come from work? You have to be also ready. The choira, the minhag is if for some of them it's a first marriage, so they have sheva brachas, and you should not go to work all 7 days.